بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. We have seen last time the emphasis on struggle and that work and toil, suffering is really part of our creation. We have been needed. The idea of the struggle is embedded in our creation. And the question that we have reached last time is that the human being had struggled in the past. He or she is struggling now and will struggle in the future. This is not the question. The question, what direction we are really giving our struggle. And we always are faced by these two important paths in our life. وَهَدَيْنَاهُ النَّجْدَيْنِ. And both of them really are presented to us as like a steep path. You are going uphill, okay, in either really direction. And so the question, how we can give to our struggle a new direction. And that brings us really to the new outlook, to the new vision, to the new, if you like, paradigm that Quran is putting before us. And we'll call this paradigm scaling the ascent, اقتحام العقبة. And our discussion today will be basically focusing on that. And Quran basically is putting it really in a question or in the form of invitation for the human being to scale the ascent. فَلَاقْتَحَمَ الْعَقَبَةَ وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْعَقَبَةُ. But he has not scaled the ascent that is steep. Why don't you scale that ascent? And what will explain the ascent? Or how you understand the ascent? Do you know what is this ascent? And before we go into further discussion, let me stop for a while at this very interesting word. إدراك, وما أدراك. Okay, and in today's psychological lingo, it's really close to perception. As humans, okay, we are receiving all these physical stimuli, if you like, through our own senses, whether it is vision or hearing, okay, and then they have to be processed in order to be perceived. And humans are really distinguished from other creatures, okay, by this ability basically to perceive and process the information that they receive from the outer environment. And this is the second time. Before that we saw وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ مَا الْحُطَمَةُ. So, and we have seen أَلَمْ تَرَ كَيْفَ. We have seen that how you can, what you have learned and how you know what you know, How do we know what we know to become deep knowledge as if you can see it? So it's not only seeing is believing. I want you to believe as if you see it. Because sometimes the opposite may not work. You know about illusion. Again, back to psychology, okay? There are so many things that may deceive us, deceive our own vision, okay? And so it is enough to say that not everything that we see is totally true. But Quran is saying you have the ability, if you really bring all your rational and non-rational capabilities, okay, like imagination, abstraction, okay, symbolism, all this you can bring that, okay, to believe even if you don't really see it. Today we talk about an electron, and nobody has seen an electron. But who denies the presence of something called an electron? And Naji was saying the other day that it's not only they are talking about orbits today, they are talking about orbital. It's more of an idea, abstract, that it's not even tangible to us. My point is that Quran is now, is this something, when I see a term like that, adraka, that we are really going in the direction of an abstract idea. And that hopefully will help us in the future to see the progression of the presentation of the ideas over time. You see now there is the ayat are really stimulating the new society, the new human being, okay, to move into a higher level of understanding. Go beyond what is only the tangible, the calculated, and the measured. And you can use your abstraction to understand really deep and abstract ideas. And let us put it a hypothesis for us. Could this be a parameter when we see the word وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ that tells us that this is probably there are like a group of chapters that talk about or bring or present its ideas through the concept, if you like, of perception, وَمَا أَدْرَاكَ, okay, to say that, these are really Meccan chapters or Meccan ayat, verses, okay, because they have this common factor among them. You see where I'm trying, because really, I mean, as a bigger objective, we are not only trying really only to give the meaning of these verses, but we want to know how these really verses help the society to evolve. Okay, how did they reach their benchmarks? How they were able really to bring this message to the world? Okay, and we want to know at what time, okay, through this historical movement,